In this video, we talk about for loops in R. So let's go ahead and get into it. Now I do have a while loop up here, so that way we can kind of reference it and show you the differences between a while loop and a for loop. And if you need help with while loops, I have another video, I'll link to it, and you can go ahead and watch that one as well. But basically, a while loop, it runs based off of a condition. So as long as a condition is true, the loop will keep running. A for loop, on the other hand, will run for as many times as you tell it to run. So it's going to run for a set number of times, and we'll go through that together during this video here. So anyway, let me go ahead and run this loop real quick so we can see what it produces. So it produces a list of numbers 0 through 10, right? So that's what the loop does. And now let's go ahead and make a for loop that does the same thing. So to do it, we type out for, and then we go ahead and throw in our parentheses here, and then we go ahead and set a variable. I is like a default variable, but you could put whatever you want in there. You could put a word in there if you want to. It doesn't matter. The same concept will apply. So we got I in is the next piece of language, the next piece of code that you want to go ahead and use. And then you usually give it a range. And in this case, I want to go ahead and give it 0 through 10. Now this right here is what we call a vector. And you can do several different things with vectors, and I'll have another video on vectors because they're pretty flexible. But you can think of it like an array. So it's like, you know, a list of numbers 0 through 10 essentially right here. So if I highlight this and I can run it real quick, we can see what it looks like. So you see it just, you know, lists out basically 0 through 10. So that's an array of numbers, or a vector from 0 through 10. So there's basically, the point is there's essentially 11 items in this vector, right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, right? So 11 items in that vector is essentially what this is saying here. So next up, we'll go ahead and throw in our brackets, our squirrely brackets, and we'll go ahead and print an I. Okay, so let's go ahead and run this loop real quick. And we see we get the same result as the while loop up here. We get 0 through 10 printed out. And you notice that, you know, that's 2 lines shorter and simpler than the while loop. So that's why you'll typically use a for loop when you're iterating a set number of times, because, you know, it's a cleaner way to do it than, you know, setting a variable to 0 and then less than or equal to, and then you got to add and, you know, count up until you reach whatever number. So for loops are great for counting through a set number of times. And now your vector can be, you know, any range. You can do like 5 through 15 if you want to. So we'll throw that in here and we'll go ahead and run it real quick and see what it prints out. So we get, you know, 5 through 15 printed out instead of 0 through 10, right? Alternatively, what we could go ahead and do is, if we just run it by, like, we want to print high, and let me just make this 10 times so we have less to look at. So if I run this real quick, we see that it prints out high 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 times, right? So, you know, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, you know, that's 6 times. And so it printed out high 6 times. So basically, it runs through the loop however many items are in this vector. So that's something important right there. I'm going to say it again. It runs through, the for loop runs through however many items are in a vector. Now, this is a way to set up a vector, is with the colon here. So 5:10 is a way to set up a vector. But another way, and this is just a quick overview of vectors. Again, I'll have another video on vectors, so because there's more to them than what I'm showing you here. But another way you could go ahead and do a vector is use a C for combine, and then use the parentheses, and then we can throw in numbers or items here. So just for the sake of example, I'll do 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And I'll go ahead and highlight it, and I'll go ahead and run it, and we see we get high printed 6 times, just like we had high printed 6 times up here. It just, we did our vector, we like manually typed out our vector here. We put, you know, 6 items in our vector, so the script ran 6 times. I could go ahead and use the variable and iterate through the variable as well. So let me go ahead and do that real quick. And you see 0 through 5, right? Just like we have in the vector. Now vectors can also contain characters or words, for lack of a better word. So let's say I do like, let's go with like 1, All right, so now let's go ahead and run this real quick. And you see it went 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it iterated through our vector here, one item at a time, so it made 6 iterations through our loop. If I wrote high in here instead of iterating through a variable, and you need to make sure that you select the whole for loop. Select the whole for loop, and you see that it iterated 6 times because there's 6 items in our vector up here. So that's essentially how for loops work within R. Again, it's just iterating through a vector here, whether you have, you construct a vector, or you go ahead and just use the shorthand and give it, a set number of times to go ahead and iterate through your for loop. Either way, that's how those for loops work. And again, I'll have more information on vectors later on. I recommend checking out that video, and I also recommend checking out the while loop video too, so you can learn the differences between the different loops and vectors, and start piecing all that stuff together. Hopefully you found this video helpful. If you did, I appreciate any sorts of likes, comments, subscribes, anything like that, and I hope you have a great rest of the day.